Greetings YouTube, Sega Zombie here and welcome to another video. This video is going to be a bit of a channel update, a few things to talk about and let you guys know about, and we've got some nice pickups. I've decided with the pickups from now on I'm going to introduce them into these channel update, this style of video, and not focus a whole video just on pickups. Because I want to go into more detail. There's a tale to be told about these things and just get my teeth in them a bit more, so we can, like, you know, go a bit more into each game and things like that, and we'll see how it goes. I'm buzzing today, absolutely buzzing. It's a Saturday. I've had a really busy day, guys. I've had someone come round, they've shot a video here. There's going to be a game room tour. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag. I've got to keep this buttoned because I really don't want to let that slip, but keep your eyes peeled, guys. There's going to be, I'm hoping, a fantastic video in the next week or two. So I'm buzzing on that. So I thought, I've got to get a video out there. I've got to film something. And I thought it'd be an ideal time to share some of the pickups that I've picked up over the last week. It's not a huge amount there. Just some stuff that's some nice games, one in particular that's really nice. And also to talk about next weekend. Next weekend, the 18th, is Play Norwich. Now, this is the first time one of these events has been in East Anglia, I believe, and I'm really looking forward to that. I hope some of you guys can make it along. I'm going to go and give it my support because I've been raving on for ages that there should be something in East Anglia. Finally there is, so I'm going to be checking that out, and hopefully it's a fantastic event, so really looking forward to that. And then we've also got Revival coming up in June the 15th, 16th in Warsaw. I loved it last year. I only went for the day. I just went for the Saturday last year, and wow, what a day. There was so much to do. Time just flew by. It was an absolutely fantastic day. Got to meet so many people. It's such a social event. That's what it's about for me. You know, I pick up the odd game here and there just as more of a memento really of the occasion, but it was all about talking, chatting, playing on the arcade games. Fantastic day. So I'm really looking forward to that weekend and hopefully get to meet more YouTubers, more people that watch the videos and things like that. You know, I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be a great weekend. So yeah, that's a bit of an update there, guys, and that leads us on nicely to the pickups. Now, I keep promising this Dreamcast video. It's been a bit slow going in getting the upgrades that I've been waiting for, but first up, and I've got to give a massive shout out to Dom, who's on the Facebook groups. He knew I needed this game and he's done me an absolutely fantastic price on it. And that is this, Jojo's Bizarre Adventure. Now, I already have this game, but it's a game like Blue Stinger. It was missing the front cover. So I can't believe this. I'm not really sure what's happened to them. But that's 2 games now where the covers have been missing. So this is an upgrade. Obviously it's got the cover in absolutely fantastic condition, Dom. The disc is absolutely spotless and it's got the manual in there. So I'm now happy with all the games. I'm just waiting on one other, and then that Dreamcast video. I've already started some filming on the Dreamcast video, but it's going to take me a bit of time to put together. I'm putting myself under loads of pressure, like I said, about this. I keep changing my mind in the kind of format I want to do with it, but we'll get there. We'll get there, I promise, guys. But there we go, a fantastic 2D fighter, this Jojo's Bizarre Adventure. Bit of an unsung hero, really. It doesn't get the credit it deserves. It's actually a really in-depth, solid game, and I recommend it. It was also released on the PlayStation 2. Not sure if it got an original Xbox release, but it definitely made it on the PS2, and it's worth checking out, guys. So that's Jojo's Bizarre Adventure, and I'm really happy to put that into the Sega wall. And like I said, that is all the upgrades done now for the Dreamcast, and I really can't wait to get my teeth into that and share with you guys all the nostalgia. There's so many memories on that, so I'm really looking forward to it. Next up, pickups wise, I haven't picked anything up for this system for a little while, so I was really happy when this come through. I'd done a deal with Ben Boyd a couple of months back now, and to be honest, I'd completely forgotten that he was to send me this game, and that game is Street Fighter 2 on the PC Engine. I'm really looking forward to playing this. I haven't had the chance yet, it's only just arrived, but I really can't wait to see what the conversion's like. I've heard the PC Engine version is surprisingly very good, and obviously I've played it on the Super Nintendo, I've played it on the Mega, I've played it on everything pretty much. You know, who hasn't? Street Fighter 2 is just unbelievable game, and it was released for everything back in the day. Every system had it. I can remember really liking the 3DO version of Street Fighter 2, but I've not played the PC Engine version, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I've got a 6-button pad, so there shouldn't be any drawbacks there. So yeah, absolutely fantastic. Ben needed a couple of Megadrive dupes that I had. I sent him those, and he's sent me this. I actually still owe you, Ben. There's something else I've got to chuck in there for you to make that deal complete. But thank you for sending this on. Really appreciate it, mate. And really can't wait to fire up the PC Engine and give this a blast. So awesome, mate. So back to the main focus, which is the Megadrive, guys. And there's some nice games that I picked up, and this is sometimes the case. A guy on Facebook, I think it was on GGG was the group, he had put an offers post on for a particular game, and I couldn't believe it when it turned up. This is a game I've been watching for a while, so I'm really excited to have this in the collection, and that is Aero the Acrobat 2, and it's a blue spine TootyUK, and congratulations, mate. I've just watched your latest video, a full UK PAL set on the Megadrive, mate. That is an achievement. Absolutely blown away in how you've done it, mate. That's what's impressed me the most, is how quick you've got through it and playing the CEX game, you know. That is absolutely brilliant, mate, and you know, that is a massive collection to have. It must take up loads of room, and I am a bit jealous, but I'll get there, mate. I will get there with the PAL set. But yeah, going back to Aero the Acrobat, this is a guy called Sagat. Yeah, nice lad. He's got loads of games for sale, loads of Megadrive, it turns out. I'm not very good with offers posts. I like people to have a price. He told me a price. I thought it was a fair one. It was just, I'm trying to remember what it was now. I think it was about £100. And this is a rare game. You do not see this game very often. It doesn't turn up often on eBay. It's all complete, guys, in pretty good condition. There is a slight bit of wear to the manual on the front there, but the case is in fantastic condition. Got the hang tab, the cartridge as well. Whoa, Tooty's going to kill me. Let's put that around the right way. There you go, that's better. Yeah, cartridge in really nice condition for a blue spine, because we sometimes get that peeling on the top, and that's all good. Yeah, really happy to have this in the collection, and it's one of those tougher to get blue spines. Not so much the price, it's just the rarity of it. You really don't see it. I do like the Sunsoft games as well. I enjoyed Aero the Acrobat, to be honest. It plays, I'm not sure if it was originally an Amiga game, I really don't know, but it's got a feel of an Amiga platformer. Yet to play this one, but really looking forward to that. So hopefully it's a step up from the original. So that's another blue spine down. But in speaking to Sagat, there was he had loads of Megadrive for sale, and this is sometimes where it pays off. He showed me loads of games. He asked me what I was looking for, and we got a real nice bundle off him, and he done me a fantastic price because obviously I'd already paid for Aero the Acrobat, and we haggled a really nice deal on these. Another blue spine, guys, and another really tough game to get. It's not that pricey. It's F1 World Championship Edition. It's going to get a bit like this on the blue spines now. Most of them are going to be the sport titles or the ultra hard ones to get, which is like Wily Wars, Death and Return of Superman. Oh, dreading going to get those. I might need to get a bit of advice off you, Tooty, on how to get those. But yeah, the manual is in absolutely fantastic condition. What's a pain with this one though is it doesn't fit snug in the case, which is really annoying. Again, the cart in really nice condition, and like I said, this one doesn't spring up often neither. Obviously because it's a sport racing title, it doesn't command the sums of money of some, so it's not as desirable, but it is a tough one to get. And I'm really chuffed to add another blue spine to the Sega wall. Yes! But it don't stop there, guys. We've got one more blue spine to add, and that is NBA Action 95 starring David Robinson. Now, I used to love basketball games in the 16-bit era. I must admit, as the computer generations went on, I sort of like went off sport titles in general, really, and basketball, you know, that was the same. I loved basketball games on the Mega Drive. I've never played this one. It's a Sega Sports one, so I'm hoping it's a good title, but it's a blue spine. It's all in there, all complete, in glorious condition again, like the others. Absolutely chuffed with that. But it doesn't stop there. We've got some more Mega Drive. We'll mix it up a bit. Sega actually had quite a few Mega Drive. He had Genesis and he had some Japanese. Now, unfortunately, the Japanese games he had, I already had those, but there was a couple of Genesis exclusives that he showed that I needed, so I snapped those up as well. And first up, we've got this one. Now, this is a really interesting game, Gadget Twins. Now, this is a really unusual shooter. It's a cutesy style shooter, but it's got a really weird control mechanic in how you fire. It's like a close combat style, sort of like shoot 'em up. Really tough to describe. If I can, I'm going to put some screens up, show you a bit of gameplay footage, but this is an interesting one. I'm really looking forward to getting my teeth into this. A game I'd never played before, but I'd heard good things about this game. It's a bit of a Marmite one, so I've heard, because it is so different. But I'm up for that. I'm up to giving this a blast. Really looking forward to playing that. And it's been a while, guys, since I've got myself a Genesis exclusive, so really pleased to add that. And then finally, the other Genesis game I got, and I do remember this one, and I have played it before, and that's Fighting Masters. Again, there was quite a few sort of like one-on-one fighters that come out just before we saw Street Fighter 2 on the Mega Drive, and these were very average. Again, another very average fighter. It's not too bad. It's got some okay characters in it, but it's nothing to shout home about. It's a very average game, but again, in pretty good condition for a Genesis game. The manual's got a little bit of wear to it, which you tend to find that with fighting games in particular, because we all used to go through the manuals to find out the special moves and the combos. But again, I can't grumble at condition. Awesome, mate. Brilliant condition on that one. And then we've got a few others that, again, a game that I was looking out for. I was speaking to a guy the other week about this game, and he was saying to me it's a fantastic game and I need to check this out, and that is Starflight, an EA release. and it kind of looks like a strategy type spacecraft game, a bit like No Man's Sky, a bit like Elite, that sort of thing, I believe. You know, I don't know a huge amount about it, but I'm looking forward to playing it because it's something different, and I'm always up for something a bit different to play. It's not usually my style of game. This is all complete with the cartridge, a little registration card there, and the instruction manual. I do believe there is a map for this though, and unfortunately that is not there, but I'm happy with it. It's got its instruction manual and it's in great condition for an EA box. So really chuffed to give this one a try. I'm really looking forward to a new game on the Megadrive. And then this leads on to a classic game next, guys, by the Bitmap brothers, and that is Gods. Now this is a game I played loads on the Amiga, a fantastic game on the Amiga. I've never played it on the Megadrive, because back in the day, apart from Speedball 2, I tended to used to have my Amiga games and my Megadrive games and kept them separate. Speedball 2 was the exception, and I did go out and get that for the Megadrive because it's such a great two-player. I've heard that Gods plays different on the Megadrive. I've heard it's a solid port of the game, but I think it's more faster paced. Gods on the Amiga was more of a slower paced sort of like action platform brawler, whereas on the Megadrive I think they've upped the pace a little, and it's got a bit more of an arcadey feel. But I don't know yet, I've not played it, and I'm really looking forward to getting my teeth into this one. So many great games to play. I'm going to need to take some time out and just really focus on some of these games, because there genuinely are some really interesting games to play. And then that leads us on finally to the last game in this deal, and that is The Fairy Tale, another EA game. I'm focusing on the EA titles a bit. As you could see in the wall, I've got them separated up the top there, but there's still a fair way to go with the EA games. And back then, EA used to really support Sega. It's quite ironic really, because Sega went a long way to make EA the company it is today in some regards, and it was a massive input in the 16-bit days, and they supported the Megadrive massively. Unfortunately, that relationship broke down somewhat. It happened really with the Sega Saturn. They did support the Sega Saturn, but obviously EA became a powerhouse by then with their endless releases of sport titles like FIFA and the like. And unfortunately, the Sega Saturn was the last console they supported of Sega's. The Dreamcast didn't get any EA games. It was something to do with licensing. I think it was EA were under the impression that they wanted sole rights to football games and the like, and obviously Sega had their own Sega Sports division, and the 2K games were really popular on the Dreamcast, and it was a deal that they couldn't agree on. It's such a shame because EA was so dominant on the Megadrive, and it's just a shame that that support dwindled over the years. And I believe maybe, you never know, but if EA and more third-party companies backed the Dreamcast, it might have lasted a bit longer than it did. But there you go. That's a sad little story. But going back to it, Fairy Tale. I know nothing about this one. Again, another game that I know very little about. And it looks like an RPG. I'm not sure if it's an action RPG. Looks like it could be turn-based. So it will sit on the pile with all the other RPGs that I say I'm going to play one day and never do. But I'm glad to add it to the wall. It's another EA title down, so really chuffed with that. Just want to say another big thank you, guys. You know, the videos are doing really well at the moment. Getting so many amazing comments and loads of feedback. I'm absolutely loving that. So keep that up, guys. And that's it for this episode. I'm Sega Zombie. Until the next time, goodbye.